The movie though, holy sh**. Avengers Infinity War is finally in theaters, and I finally watched it in my eyes after years of anticipation. I haven't slept all night before this movie released because I was pumped by this movie. In this movie, the Avengers and other heroes are trying to protect the universe while Thanos is trying to collect all the Infinity Stones. So yeah, we have a huge action-packed movie. So yeah, I have a lot of positives to say about this movie, and I have only one flaw I found in this movie. So let's start with the flaws first because it's very brief. So yeah, the flaw I have with this movie is that there are some parts in this movie where our heroes are not really in themselves. What I mean is, yeah, they are not acting the way we are expecting them to act. And that's it. That's my only problem in this movie. Some of the parts in this movie didn't felt like a character that they were before. And that's just one tiny flaw in this movie. Thank God I only found one flaw in this movie because, to be honest, this is one of my most anticipated Marvel movie of all time. So yeah, let's talk about the positives now. Okay, the Russo brothers, they did this movie very well. They know how to surprise the audience, they know how to balance the script and the focus of the characters. I watched this movie in two aspects. One is a fanboy, and one is a guy who focuses on filmmaking perspective. And both of my aspects praise the Russo brothers because Infinity War is one of the hardest movie to make. And I really praise those Russo brothers because they really took a lot of time and effort for this movie. And again, lots of characters to focus on. And this movie is so huge and so epic that made me think that the filmmakers did their best and their effort really worth it. Because this movie is very well done. No spoilers though, because yeah, I hate spoilers. Spoilers are my worst enemies when it comes to movies. And okay, no spoilers. But the film is so bizarre really. And yeah, think of this movie as a bizarre movie instead of thinking it as a most ambitious crossover event in history. I mean, yeah, trust me, that line was a meme. And by the way, when I watched the trailer before the movie came out, I was also concerned for this movie because, again, lots of characters to focus on as what they announced before this movie released. And then they did it very well and a well-balanced movie. Again, this movie is so huge. And especially when it comes to IMAX, yeah, it's very more huge in IMAX. If you haven't watched the Infinity War yet, go watch it in IMAX because it's better viewing in IMAX. It has a large aspect ratio than the regular one. Because really, I would really watch it in a huge way. Because Infinity War is a very huge movie. Again, I praise the directors in this movie because this movie has no mess. Okay? It focused a lot of characters. It's a very huge movie. But it surprised me that this movie is not a messy movie. It didn't felt like a sloppy movie. And that is also the part why I'm gonna praise this movie very much. Because it's not a sloppy movie. And also, this is very obvious that this movie is one of my most favorite movie in Marvel movies. Because, okay, again, this movie is so huge. It is almost perfect. It's great. When I watch it in filmmaking perspective, I still praise the directors and the filmmakers in this movie because, again, this movie is very hard to make. The way I praise the directors is the same way I praise the script writers in this movie. They are very like this. They are the same level of praiseness because they really did a great job. I love this movie. This movie is so intense, it's so well balanced, and again, not sloppy. Okay, let's talk about Thanos here. He is very scary here. Thanos is one of the most scariest villain I've ever seen. Every scene where our heroes are very close to him, I am very scared for them, man. And his score in the ending of this movie gave me a goosebumps, and I love it. And also, no spoilers though, the ending of this movie made my jaw drop. So yeah, expecting that this movie is gonna have a cliffhanger, because of course, yeah, this movie is gonna have a cliffhanger ending. And there's only one after credits in this movie. Just one. And that really surprised me too. And overall, Avengers Infinity War is worth watching, despite the fact that it has a cliffhanger ending. But I praise the filmmakers in this movie because they made this movie very well, and I praise them. Hail Feige, hail Stanley, hail the Russo brothers, hail the other cast and crew members in this movie. Because, good job guys, it's a well done movie. Again, if you haven't watched the movie, go watch it in IMAX because it's really worth watching. I'm gonna give Avengers Infinity War a 95%. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Next video I will review Rampage, and then I have a new segment on my channel. It's called book reviews. Yeah, I'm gonna review books now, and the first book that I will review is Cujo by Stephen King. This is really a cool novel, and to be honest, I was speechless by this ending. It's because Stephen King wrote this story very well. Again guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back in the next video. Stay cool guys, see you next time.